Hi, this is Karen. Welcome to another Monday Makes Mother's Day. This is number 3 and it's actually being filmed on a Thursday. I've had a pretty rotten beginning to the week and hadn't been able to make this project until now, but I promised you 3 parts to this mini series and this is the 3rd one. And fortunately on Tuesday I actually had a delivery of some of our pre-order, so I can show you some of our new papers that are coming out for this project, that I'm using in this project. Okay, this is what we're making today. It's one of the Sam Donald designs with the swirly lid, but I've made it in a size that I needed it for. I've also put extra support on the bottom because it's holding quite a weighty candle. The daisy on the front is from a new daisy punch that will be available to customers as of the 1st of June. If you want to get one before, join my team and you can order it in your demonstrator order pack that you first get to order. Okay, the daisy's actually been offset, so there's 2 lots of petals there, and I actually punched the centre out and it's all been covered in a bit of Wink of Stella. I've used the teeny tiny sentiments for Happy Mother's Day, and these butterflies are out of the Bulb Butterfly die cuts, thinlets, framelets, thinlets, that. Okay, so we will start putting this together. All the dimensions and everything can be found on my website for this project. You'll need some ribbon. I'm using the ruched Peekaboo Peach ribbon, which is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and not only are we making the candle box, and inside, as I said, is another one of Hayley's gorgeous candles. And when you order from her, you can actually have decals made. She will make these up specifically for you. You can have whatever you want printed on the front, and yeah, she can decorate it. You could even have a flower or whatever you want. Once again, absolutely heavenly scent. Not actually sure which this one is. I just like the scent and grabbed it, but there's no label on the bottom. So yeah, look for Hayley's link down below in the description bar. So this is what we're making the box for. Okay, as I said, all the dimensions can be found on my page, but not only are we making the box, we're also making a matching card today. I thought because it's late, because this project's coming up late, I'd actually include how to make the card as well. And as you can see, it all matches. Papers, dies, the whole lot. So, okay, we will start by putting the box together. So the paperwork you need for this, or the paper you need for this, is cut 11 inches by 7 3/4, and the scoring I've already done, but I will read the scores out to you. So you actually score at 1 3/4 inches, then 3 1/2, then 5 1/4, then 7 inches, 8 3/4 inches, 10 1/2 inches. On the side, you score at 2 inches from either end, from either side. So you can score it that way and then flip it round and score it that way, or you can score at 2 and then 5 5/8. Now, we also have layered panels for these, and these have been cut at 1 1/2 wide by 3 3/8 in depth. So what I'm going to do before I do anything else, we'll stick all of these panels in place. Okay, we've got all of the panels now on. I'm going to bring back in my scoreboard, my scoring, or not simply scored, my paper trimmer, and what I'm going to do is because I can see where the score marks are, I'm going to line that up at just an 1/8 of an inch below the one on this side and an 1/8 of an inch below the one on that side. So 7/8 of an inch on either side of the cutting line. Line that up and just make a mark there. Move it along once again, an 1/8 of an inch between each or below each of the 1-inch marks, and just doing a little nick there. Move that aside, and now I'm going to bring in my metal ruler and scoring stylus, and I'm just going to score from that mark down to the corner on each line. Now we have these diagonal score marks as well, and I'm just going to bend the paper along each of those score lines just to give them a little bit of a crease, and then back the other way like so. Now I will bring in my bone folder, and I'm going to just burnish each of the horizontal and vertical score lines. Okay, on this short side here, bring in the scissors, and not the side with the diagonal, but just the blank ones, just the normal rectangles. I'm going to take that bottom thin rectangle off there, and then simply cut up each of these to that first score mark. Like so. Okay, now we're going to put a little bit of fast fuse, or you can use tear and tape. You need something really strong to keep these pieces together. So we'll just fold that over. Doesn't look as though I've actually scored one of these very straight. Let's see if we are. That one's a bit better. Pull that over, and then just build that up. Yeah, it's that one. There we go. So give that a really good burnish so that we know it's going to stick together. And there we go. Now what I'm going to do, pop that over the top of the candle and just push it in a bit. And then, what I look for is the seam there, so we know that that's the back. So we're going to bring this one is going to come up like so, and that one's going to go down over the top. So I need some fast fuse on there. Bring that up, and then I'm going to have to do it this way so you can see what I'm doing. Just going to match those up so that, see how it's straight there and there, or fairly straight, so that we know that that actually is going to be at the right angle. So we know this is still the back, so we'll bring that one over and then bring that over, and once again line them up so that they stay fairly straight. And I'm going to put a little bit of fast fuse there, bring that one down, and then this one will come over like so. There we go, there's the base of the box. Drop that down, and then these should actually fold in all the way around like so, and there we go. Whoops. And that's it, the box, that's how the box closes. Okay, Now we've got that bit done, we'll bring in, where's my, that must be my spare bit of card, and all I'm doing is lining it up along one of the edges, come in with a pen and just drawing a line around the bottom like that, just to give me an idea of where they are. And I'm going to come in about 1/8 of an inch all the way around on those drawn lines, and that line there as well, just to give me a new base. And then cover that with plenty of fast fuse. Oh, there's a lot of noise in the background today. I hope you can't hear it. There we go. We'll bring that in and just pop that under like that, and it gives a nice neat base to your box. Okay, now I've already cut out the butterflies with the die, so I've just got to find where the back of my box is again, which is there. Fold that down. So we're going to make this bit here the front of the box. So we come in with some glue dots and pop those on the back of the butterflies. Give it a good press down, and I've just realised I've missed one of the die cuts there. There we go. Okay, bend these side pieces up. There's one. That one doesn't want to come off. There we go. Bend the side pieces up. Oop. And it doesn't really matter where you stick your butterflies as long as they're on the box. And now I will bring in that scrap of paper again. We're going to do 2 daisies. Move all of this out the way. Bring my stamps in, which are over here, and I'm stamping in smoky slate for the daisy itself, just to give it a little bit of dimension. I stamp off once and then onto the paper, so it's a faded daisy. I just want a little bit of dimension with the daisy, like so. Close that up, and then bring in my Daffodil Delight and just give the centre of each of the daisies a little bit of colour, and then just stamp 2 in the Daffodil Delight separately, and also come in with the Peekaboo Peach, which is actually one of the colours for the papers, and just give a little bit more dimension by stamping over the top with a bit of Peekaboo Peach. Now, I do have a little punch here somewhere. Where's it gone? There we go. It's a 1/2 inch punch, which will fit around the daisy centre quite nicely. So that's 1. Actually, we only need 1 for the daisy on the box, so I will keep that other one for the card. Okay, now bring in your daisy punch, and remember when you're stamping it to have the daisy so that one of the points is on a flat edge, because that way you know you're going to be able to punch it without a problem. Line it up, punch one out. Line it up, punch the second one out. There we go. Now all I do is come in with my bone folder and very gently holding the bottom of the petals as you're pulling up with your bone folder. Otherwise you could tear it off, tear one of the petals off. Ask me how I know. Yeah. Okay, so very gently curl those round like so. Bring in your glue dots again and pop a glue dot on the back, and then remember to offset it as you're putting them together so that the daisy looks fuller. Now we also need some dimensionals. So you come in with a dimensional, pop it in the centre of the daisy, peel the backing off, and then pop the new centre in, and it gives just a little bit of dimension. In with a little bit of Wink of Stella, like so. There we go. And then another dimensional on the back. As you can see, we've just popped the daisy in the middle there, and that looks really pretty there. Pop that back down again, and then we come in with a nice long piece of ribbon, and this one is the ruched ribbon in Peekaboo Peach, and I should have actually put the ribbon on first, I fear. So we'll just wrap that round and do it in a nice knot to keep it steady, and then finish it off by tying a bow like so. Hold the bow centre as you're pulling the two tails, and that way you won't loosen the bow. Okay, so trim that piece off and trim that piece off, and then I'm going to come in with a slim piece of a Whisper White offcut, and I have Happy Mother's Day here from the Teeny Tiny Wishes set. Now on the original box I actually stamped this in grey, as you can see, but this time I'm actually going to stamp it in Peekaboo Peach because I think it'll stand out a bit better that way. So we'll just stamp that there. Yes, that stands out a bit better and actually matches in really nicely. So we will just trim that up. My window punch here, you can use whichever punch you have that will just go around the wording nicely. Just straighten that up a bit. There we go. And then I'm just going to add 3 small thin pieces of dimensional, whoops, behind like so. Pop that down there, and then we're going to put that across, just across there like that. There we go. So there's a gorgeous box for a Mother's Day candle. Let's close that one up again. The butterflies are in different positions, but that's what the top of the box looks like, and there's the front of the box. I hope you like this one. Okay. Okay, so once again, all the measurements can be found on my blog. I'm using, I think this is Old Olive, which comes in the daisy paper, matching daisy paper pack. So the papers for the daisies are this, and they're called Delightful Daisies DSP. So as you can see, there's some gorgeous papers in here. That's totally different to this one, as you can see. And the papers that are used in this are Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Night of Navy, Old Olive, Pool Party, Tranquil Tide, which is one of the new colours, and Whisper White. Okay, back again. I had to go hunting for it. This is the Delightful Daisy matching card stack, and in it you've got Calypso Coral, Old Olive, and Pool Party, I think it is. Yes, Pool Party. So they're the two that you can get for this suite. Absolutely gorgeous, and as I said, there's a matching punch, which is what I've been using. So okay, we will put this one together really quickly. So once again, flip the papers over like so. Now with these, I like to start with the outer edges first, like so, and that way it makes it easier to pop the middle piece in. There we go, and then there's just room in the middle there to line this up. So there we go, beautiful. I have 2 pieces of the Peekaboo Peach ribbon here, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of fast fuse on the back of this and then wrap the ribbon just around the bottom there, like so. Yep, that's nice and maybe not quite as even as I'd like it to be. That better? No, that's gone down a bit. Lift it up a little bit, Karen. There we go. Okay, now a few dimensionals go on the back here, because this is going to actually be popped up off the card. And then we just pop this. Oh, I did forget a piece before I do anything else. On the other one, on the other card, right, I've got to put a bit of fast fuse just up the top here, and I'm only going to have room for one, so I will just stick that there, and I will get a glue dot and just pop the glue dot there on the ribbon and close that over like so. So we've got just a little bit of a tag sticking out. No, I do need that second one, so what I will do, I will use some glue dots to put this one on. So a glue dot doesn't want to stay. Get rid of that one. I wonder if I can peel this off for a moment. Ah, see, where there's a will, there's a way. Pop that over there. No. Not having much fun here. A little bit of fast fuse. There we go. And I will put another glue dot just on that piece there. There we go. One more dimensional to replace the one that I had to throw out, and pop that over the top. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay, that's the way that card goes. So I'm trying to make sure that it is even top and bottom, but also even at the sides. So there we go. Pop this piece like so and give it a nice tight pull. One. No, I've cut that one too much of an angle. There we go, that's 2. So we'll pop the card aside for a moment and bring in some more cardstock and our stamp. That's 1. 2. get some of the Peekaboo Peach off. Oh no, we don't need to do another one of those. That's good. Oh yes, I still need to stamp the yellow, or the Daffodil Delight, just in the middle of both of the daisies, just as a little bit of a background. Okay, in with our punch. Wrong punch. Oh, I'm having fun. There we go. Line that up nicely. That's one daisy. Two daisies. Pop that aside. Okay, flip these over. And then now I do have that other centre that I did before. I'll pop a dimensional on the back, like so. Excuse me. Backing doesn't want to come off the dimensional now. Here we go. Pop that in the centre there. A little bit of the glitter, the Wink of Stella. And all we need to do now is bring in our strip of paper again and our Happy Mother's Day. And once again I'm going to do it in the Peekaboo Peach, which actually stands out a lot nicer. And my word window punch again. Line that up nicely. As I said, it doesn't matter which punch you can use. If you have a window punch that you like to use for wording, you use that. It's just I prefer the word window. I didn't get the washi tape label punch, which I really wanted, but I'm not over keen on the one that's got the pointed edges that Stampin' Up! Released last year. It's just not my style, so I didn't bother getting it. And I'm just going to stick it down here this time. As you can see, last time I had it coming directly from the daisy, and this time I've just popped it underneath like so. So there's the two cards, the one that I'd pre-prepared and the new one that I've just made for you guys. So I hope you liked today's card, and I really hope that you love the Mother's Day gift box that I made today. Okay, as I said, no Friday Frenzy tomorrow, so stay tuned next week for Friday Frenzy. Have a great week. Have a great Mother's Day to all the mums out there. And hi, Jenny. And yes, it is the one from Kylie's team. Okay, I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.